learning yourself in high school. Do not be messy, y'all. Do not. So if you're not a fighter and you not like that, don't fight. But even hey queens, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to give y'all a freshman advice video. I recently graduated high school, class of 2025. Yeah. So I'm trying to give y'all good advice. Friends, everybody will not be your friend every single year of high school. And I just want you to accept the fact, and even after high school, okay? You might have a friend freshman year. You might have that friend sophomore year. You might not have that friend junior year. You might have that friend senior year. So everybody, I would say you're learning yourself in high school, which is it's a long process of learning yourself for sure. So it's either you're gonna vibe with some people and you're just not gonna vibe with other people. And yeah, and I would say don't give your all to friendships in high school, but be very selective of who you talk to, and talk to the right group of people that uplift you and support you. Okay, if you notice patterns in people, do not stick around them at all. The next topic is drama. Drama this, drama that, drama, messy. Do not be messy, y'all. Do not come with that messy stuff. Do not bully people. Do not internet troll, and do not talk about what somebody got on, or just don't add unnecessary drama. Like, do not insert yourself into somebody else's fight, okay? Or don't put yourself in certain situations when you know you can't fight. Because it's people that I done seen a girl, and I would say she was very messy, and she put herself in a bad situation and she did not want to fight. So if you're not a fighter and you're not like that, don't fight. But even if you is a fighter, don't fight either, unless it comes to the point where you have to defend yourself. Yes, but don't look for drama. Don't look for to be messy. Don't look for to have a moment. Okay, everybody want their little moments and little whatever, but it's petty. Like, you don't look for a moment. Okay, the next topic is smoking. Okay, a lot of people, you're gonna get introduced to what are the stuff called? Weed pens or vape pens, and actual weed, and all types of smoking. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your lungs, but I'm gonna tell you, do not do that on the school property. For one, I think that's one of the biggest things. Do not do it on school property, because you can get in a lot of trouble. Do not bring that stuff to school, because you can get in a lot of trouble. And you have to think ahead, because if it's your goal to go to college, you should not be smoking in the bathroom. Okay, don't do that, because that can be put on your record. That could be put on whatever they call it, suspension, and if it leads up to it, you can get expelled. So just don't do it on the property, but do as you please. Okay, being alone, it is okay for you to be alone. You do not need a big friend group. I would say I have never really been in huge friend groups, but I've been in a friend group that was probably like 3 to 4, and I feel like that to itself is enough. But you do not need to have the feeling to even have that. You don't need 3 to 4 friends. You can go through high school with being acquaintance to everybody. I don't feel like, if you feel like you can't, if you want friends, you should, go for it. But I don't think it's a need. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to not have like a school bestie, like it's literally fine. Mental health. I don't think this is not touched on enough in high school. Every single year, you're gonna go through something mentally that's gonna like get to you, okay? And I'm not trying to like scare you, but mentally, physically, high school can get draining. It can. And I don't want to, spread bad news, but like each year will not look the same, okay? Each year is gonna look different. Now, through my experience, I would say probably my senior and my freshman year has been great years. The middle of that, I don't even like them. But it might be different for you. All 4 years might be amazing. So, or you might have 1 year that was amazing, or you might not have none. So, but I would say you have to cater to yourself. That is very important. School, when it comes to schoolwork, being at school at 6 a.m., it can get to you. Monday through Friday, it can get to you. But when you have time to cater to yourself, make sure you're doing the best that you can. Peer pressure. It's gonna be depending on who you hang around with. And I'm gonna tell you, anybody that peer pressure you is not your friend, okay? Your friend can suggest something to you, but if they have to force you, like, that is not your friend, okay? You should not feel obligated and scared to do something just because of what they said, okay? I'm not gonna say you can avoid peer pressure. It gets to a point, okay? Oh, whoa. It happens. Like, it happens. Gossiping. Gossiping is not nice. It's not fun. You don't know what a person is going through. Like, you don't know their story. You don't know their background. I remember, I don't want to get sensitive on this subject, but it was this girl. I don't remember what year. Did she die? Our junior year? I don't know. But she was in our advisor. We had this thing called advisory in school. And she was considered my advisory sister. And her name was Cheyenne. I wasn't very close to her, but she had a child. And I'm speaking in past tense because she passed away, if I didn't say that already. And I didn't know her well enough, but I remember it was times where, I'm sorry, I'm an emotional person. It was times where she gave me a compliment and she was nice to me. So it's like, dang, you can see somebody one day and then you don't. I don't want to speak on too much of how she like passed away, but I wasn't close to her. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people gossip about her having a baby. A lot of people gossiped about her life in general when they didn't know her life. I still, to this day, I don't know her life or what she was dealing with. I know my advisory teacher at the time, she told us like she goes through a lot of things, and certain days, like, she had to attend with her baby. She had to keep up with her baby and try to come to school and, still, do well for herself. So she had a lot going on. And, it was hard for her because, people gossiping around, like, about her life, and then, or talking about her child, and you could tell that really affected her if you talk, like, if you said something about her child, because she was gonna stick up for her baby, because that was her baby. But yeah, what I'm saying is, just, if nobody hasn't done something to you, I wouldn't suggest gossiping. But hey, I can't tell you what to do. But boys, relationships and boys or girls. Relationships while you're young can be a lot. I'm not gonna tell you to not date in high school, but just make sure you're with somebody that makes you happy. Don't be with anybody that makes you feel bad about yourself, or who is very toxic and very controlling. Just, just, if that person, you'll know if somebody is good to you then versus a person that's bad to you. The first day of school. I don't remember my first day of freshman year all the way. I was probably happy and excited, I think. But I do remember the first day of school wasn't really school. It was more of learning about how our classes were about to go, learning, like, it was just like a week of learning about school before we did any work. But it was cool though. It was cool. Taking easy classes. I would say, if you have to take the easy classes, take them. But you should want to push yourself in general. If you think just for like a little bit that you can do an AP class, do that AP class. If you believe in yourself, you can do an honors class. It's all about what you believe that you can do, and also putting in the work. If you're not, it can be really easy to drop in the AP class, because if you don't do that homework, you're gonna drop. If you don't do that quiz, you're gonna drop. So you have to be organized, and you have to really stay on top of your work when you're doing an AP class or an honors class. And I would say it's benefits to doing classes like that, because your grades can go, your GPA can raise up higher just by having an honors or an AP class. And having those classes can look good for college. Hygiene bags. I would say, as a girl, just bring your necessities, like pads, okay? Pads. Have your pads, your tampons. I don't use tampons, TMI. Have your lip gloss, have your edge brush, have all the things you need, your lotion, deodorant. You need just to, it's always good to have something to just a little freshen up, okay? I would say join a sport, join a club, test it out. But if you're not happy in that sport or club, don't do it. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm keeping it real. Like, if you're not happy in it, don't do it. But I would definitely say try to do it, because I believe it goes towards your like volunteer hours or academic, I don't know what like volunteer. But yeah, so just make sure you're doing something. But if you feel like sports is too much, don't do it. I used to be very much in love with cheerleading, but then it got to a point where it became toxic, and mentally I did not want to do cheer. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope y'all learned something. Comment down below if this was like a good, freshman advice. I did my best. And let me know what other videos you want to see. Love you. Kisses.